Hello everyone, hope you're all good and having a great day. Today I want to talk about the UI and UX experience designing, about the experience that I had with the airport project, the ATC Tower simulation project. So I just wanted to share. I'm not a professional at it, okay? I think I'm never gonna be professional at anything. I can just get increase my experience. That all I think we all do. So and it's a good thing if we share our experience for the others so we can all grow together. So I'm thinking like, okay, why not sharing my experience? How did I design the UI? How do I manage the designing of the UI? How do I control them? Do I use animations or scripts or tools? What tools? And also if it's possible to share with the others on some storage cloud data. So I think if there's gonna be any scripts or anything that I wanted to share, like the tools I've made, it's gonna be on the in a link on the Google Drive. I think that's gonna be in the description. Yeah, but let me start with the UI designing, user interface. We all know what UI is. We all know how they made in specific softwares like Photoshop or Illustrator or CorelDRAW or anything that creates picture images, SVG files, JPG, PNG, anything that helps you to create the design of the button or panel or elemental or anything else. And also the other softwares, for example, for fonts and the texts and stuff, which is I'm not so like I didn't go that deep for the text in fonts. I just use a regular fonts, a free of use fonts. So for now here, this is a loading of my simulation software, so it's not really that big deal. Let's have a look first of all at the project. So I'm going to like explain what do I really I'm going to like explain to you guys. So first of all is like the animation of these buttons. It's going to be like, I'm going to tell you that I did not create any animation component. I just used a script, and I don't know why did I do. I think the only reason I did it because I don't like to create multiple animations for any kind of different buttons, you know. I didn't want to make so much storage. But also at the same time, I think this way is not the maximum optimized way. It is optimized because I'm already using this script so many times and in so many places. Okay, so for example, let's go to the main menu. Let's go to the 2D section controller and show you the buttons. All right. I'm about to like show you how to like these have been designed, and there's no animation component, by the way. There's no like animator or animation component. I just used it as a script, and also like gonna tell you how to drop these shadows and yeah, like also the transition stuff, like going to this screen by fading it, or the button, for example, when I'm hovering on this button, it changes the text of the color, and then this background goes white, so it can be visible. Or it's also in almost all of the buttons, if you notice, if you like keep looking at it. But yeah, there's no animation or animator component for these. It's all scripts. It's all the tools and scripts I've made, and it's yeah, it's kind of working, and it's not lagging, to be honest, and it's kind of okay. I think why not using the script way? I mean I did design the script and somehow to like make sure that I'm not gonna like drown the performance of the PC, to make sure that everything goes smooth and clear. So yeah, let's start it, and let's say okay how we all did it, and oh, also this is the new design, and this is also the new tool that already has been added to the software simulation, the weather. Now we have like rain in different ways. We add these the gravity for it. Why did I add the gravity over here? Because they wanted to like force it, like to shape it with the air, with the wind, you know, with the like they wanted to like make it stormy, snowing, you know, something like that. So yeah, so let's go to the Unity and tell you how these actually made. Online scene. Okay, first of all, let me tell you the shadows, like they making the UI shadows. It's just tricks. All of it is just tricks. For example, let's go to this the new let's actually make simple image over here. I think this is the best way to like explain. I want to give it a shadow, and every time I want to like resize it, I want it to like also it follows its like position and its corners. Okay, so this is what you do. This is gonna be your body. First of all, you need a parent, like a body element, a body of the object or of the panel or button or whatever it's gonna be. And the bodies all the time I'm using it like I'm just keeping it like hide. It really doesn't really matter what it's going to be, but this is, for example, is going to be my button. Okay, so my button inside it has an image which is going to be coloring it, right? This is going to be the color of my button, and for example this is going to be the color of my button. And we also have I also named this body. And also most of the times for the shadow we just duplicate the image and put it on the top because we want it to go to behind this the shape of the button, right? And then we put the color on something like this. It's going to turn out like something like this. And what you need is a design of a glue like it's like a glue thing that fades. Let me show you. It's right over here. I mean, I don't know since when did I made this on the Illustrator, but I made it in the Illustrator, and then when I imported it, I put it on the texture type to sprite 2D in the UI, and then you sprite editing it. The first thing that you actually going to face is it's going to be like this. Okay, so I'm bringing it to the center and then applying it, and it's going to be perfect. Why we're doing it? Because we want it to be resized with we want it to be resizable with the shape of the button, right? So we're doing it this, and then we apply it, and then we close it. Discard for now because I already did it, and I just give it to my shadow. And also let me rename this to shadow. Okay. And since we do that, like doing the sprite editing and putting in this one, we have this pixel per unit multiplier, this helps us to actually set the, for example, let's say the percentage of shadow, the opacity of the shadow, not the opacity, what is it called in English? Oh, sorry, my English is just not so good. It's like you see, you can set the gain of the shadow, the drop of the shadow, how much it should be. It should be so like sharpening like this, like this. Okay, it's gonna be like let's also have a like background here, a white background, so we can actually see it perfectly. See, it's gonna be like this, or we can just get it back to like 6 and 7 and then resize it to this, a very smooth shadow, right? This is what it's used for. See, easy peasy like that. And if you notice that I also changed the stretch to the full size, like top and left and right and down. So every time I change the resizing my button, it resized itself. And this is the trick, just like that. I will put this texture, this UI on the description as well, so you can just have it, so you don't have to go all the way to Illustrator to design it again. And then you can reshape your actual button, like over here. We can just go use one of the things right over here, and there it is. You see, let's shorten the background to this, and there it is. We have the button, and also we can resize our body to make it more sharper a little. You see, this is so helpful, this option over here, so you can actually design whatever you want to. Okay, so this is how you create the shadow in the UI, in the Unity UI. Okay, this was one of the tricks. Okay, and the second thing is the buttons, like when you hover your mouse, so it changes its color. I know you already have the sample button of the Unity, right? Unity itself, they have a script, it's a button, and it changes the color. It also has animations. It also changes the sprite of the object. But I made my own because I just wanted to have more options. Okay, and but before that, let me also explain how do I control the windows, like the windows, like how do I transfer between this windows to the other one. How do I do this fade animation without using an animation component? It's just a script, and this is the script. UI alpha control. The UI alpha control is, I'm just putting the load update on the update. I don't know why did I make that. I think that was a specific reason for all time. I really don't remember. But the action mode, I always use it to the newest one. This one is way optimizer, and it's way better. This one is not optimized at all. I don't really recommend this one, but it works as well. But this is this one, and this is the. Also, I have an explanation over here that how this speed works. If we're using the newest method, it's going to be like if I press 1 over here, if I write down 1 over here, it's going to be 1 second duration for the animation. But since I want to be less than a second, so it's going to be like that. I have some scale animation, move animations. You can just hide Rick transform position, show Rick transform. It's just easy to use, very easy to use. Okay, and also I also made an editor extension so you can actually show and hide in the, like, you know, while designing. And hide position is going to be this, show position is going to be this, hide, show for all. That's it. So yeah, that's it. And now we let's talk about the buttons over here. The buttons are going to be, where is it? There it is. For example, this simple button right over here. As you can see, it's already have the shadows, you also already have the text, and it's design itself. Let's zoom in, have a closer look over here, right? This is the button. So when I hover my mouse on it, it's going to be look like this. This is the script I made for it, advanced UI button. I'm so bad at naming the objects and stuff. This is going to be design of it, okay? When you hover your mouse on it, it's going to be like that. It is like so cool, it's simple. And so if you wanted to create this thing without using additional like scripts or tools by yourself, so you could just use animation components, right? You could use some animation components, animator components, and then call some events maybe, and then you could just easily make it. But I did it with this script over here, which is allows you to animate text, animate image, and multiple image and raw images. Okay, that's what you can actually do. So how does this work exactly? Let me show you how does this actually work. Okay, first of all, we don't have the script, right? We don't have this script. How do I actually create it then? How do I create it? The first thing, I built a tool to auto get all. What does it mean? It means it's automatically gets every child image or raw image or text objects. It'll automatically gonna add. Like when I press it, now I have it all. You see? First I did not have it. Okay. And when I press, when I press it, auto gets all, automatically adds all of it. Okay, so but we don't need all of it. So I'll be just like removing most of them. I'll be just controlling and telling, okay, I don't need this one, for example. But the ones that I need, now I'll just control them by like, okay, this is gonna be normal color. This is, for example, this is gonna be the main element, I guess. This is the main, yeah, that's the main one. So the hover color is going to be like this color, red, for example, and then the alpha also going to be up. And the pressed color, like it's when you actually click, when you actually press the left click, and then this color gonna be like transferred to. So that's how the colors work, just easy to understand. And the last thing is important is the speed. You just change the speed. I put it on the 220 because it's the color.lerp math method, okay? That's the code I used. So basically, if the higher is gonna be this value, the faster the animation is gonna be. The lower is gonna be, the slowest and smoother the transition between the colors is going to be. And the other options as well to use audio effects and the other things that you wanted to. And we also have some events like on point, on exit, on down, on or on pointer up. So you could have, I don't know, you might just want to like have a specific situation and you might going to need it. That's why I added the events as well. And we have a hold mode as well. So what does hold mode do is basically it has a duration. For example, this is a 1 second duration. What is it does, you can make an hold animation. Like we had it some places of this project. For example, deleting the buttons, you had to like hold the button, hold the button down to like confirm it, to make sure it would not gonna happen by accident. So the user's gonna be make sure that like, yeah, I'm sure to like calling this action. So that's what it's used for, and yeah, that is it. It's a very simple code, and it's easy to use. And the rest is designing and the coloring. And there's one more thing I need to like also explain about the experience, is using the Unity's built-in UI tools, like the layouts, the elements and stuff. For example, let's talk about like this one. Okay, we have our screw view, right? We have our viewport. Why? Because we have like items, like listed items over here, right? We have this one, right? So when I'm like changing this one, you see it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like scrolled down to like the other options. So put it on serve and default. Okay, one thing is that is so important is that I have used, for example, look at here, I have like 4 toggle objects over here, right? I have 4 toggles over here. If I for example remove the off toggle, the others will sort automatically each other inside this toggle group. How to does that, right? It is so easy to use it, and basically I think this is a standard way to actually use on every projects, every UI designing. It's very standard, and it's very recommended because it makes you design and build faster and in a very easy and simple way. So you don't have to resize every time by yourself or by any additional script. So you just use horizontal layout group, or we have also for the vertical and grid layout group as well. These are so like useful. Make sure you use them. You just give it to the parent object, and then you drop your buttons on make your buttons to be child of that parent object. Okay, so for example, if I enable this again, and now I can actually resize. I tell them to okay, from left this should be the size, from the right this should be the size. I can just make them so to be like this, and the point is if I add another one, it's easily just add. See, so I can just say okay, there it is. Now they're fitting so well. But for now we just got this, and this is actually great. I think this is a good tool to use, and you should use it for, especially when you having a list, an object of list, and you just want them to be listed. And I also did it for the gravity as well, I guess. Did I? Yes, I also did it for gravity as well, and also for cells as well, the content as well. We also have it over here. And for the content, for the scroll view viewport content, make sure always like having content size filter. Why? Because if I don't have this, look at this, I can resize this, I can resize this, and then you won't be able to like, you know, go all the way down if you like add objects to this content during the runtime. Instantiate object during the runtime in the content, it will not be updating the resize of it, so the player cannot go all the way down through because of this, that you didn't add this one. So add this one and put the vertical fit to the preferred size, or if you have a horizontal scroll view, then you just do the opposite. But yeah, when you do that, let's just try it again. I don't check this, and then I put it this one, but when I enable it, it automatically resize it to the whole, it fits the whole thing, you know, the whole objects in the child, and that's very, very good. So I think that's it. I just wanted to like, I hope it was useful. I mean, I know I'm not so great at like tutorialing and stuff, but I tried to like share an experience because I thought maybe some people needed it, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was useful and helpful. Take care and stay safe. See you until the next video. Take care.